17 tips, tricks, and ideas for leveraging other people's traffic. Joint venture marketing is another way to get really warm leads flowing your way. That's because a good JV means someone who's really trusted in the niche is endorsing you or working with you. In effect, you get to borrow their credibility. And it's a good way to get warm traffic, a great way to generate opt-ins or sales, and it's also a really good way to establish yourself in a new niche. So, with these benefits in mind, let's take a look at these 17 tips, tricks, and ideas for doing joint ventures with other people in your niche. Number 1. 17 ideas for JVs. The different ways you can do a joint venture are only limited to your imagination. However, here are several ideas to get you thinking about how to create a mutually beneficial joint venture deal. Co-host a webinar. Create a paid product together. Co-endorse each other on your respective platforms. Swap blog, newsletter, or social media content or guest content. Create a lead magnet together. Co-write a blog post. Host a contest together. Interview each other for a podcast or webcast. Promote each other's products. Promote each other on your thank you or download pages. You can also write a Kindle or hard copy book together. Host an offline workshop together. Do a postcard mailing together. You can also create a giveaway event, create a product bundling event, raise money for a good cause together, or purchase an ad together such as magazine ad. Next, how to find all the JV partners you need. Potential JV partners are everywhere if you know where to look. Now here are 10 ways to find all the JV partners you need. Run a general Google search for your niche keywords. For example, dog training. See who's buying ads in your niche on Google Ads, Facebook Ads, and niche sites. You may also check social media to see who's running popular pages and groups. Look at affiliate contests in your niche to see who's always topping the leaderboard. Find out who has the most popular blogs in your niche and use Google, for example, dog training blogs. Check sites like Udemy, ClickBank, and Amazon to see who's selling popular info products. You can also ask your audience what sorts of products they buy, whose blogs they read, and who they follow on social media. Now see who your existing partners are working with in the niche. Look offline at brick-and-mortar business owners and see who's doing writing columns in popular niche publications. Next, do this before proposing a JV. Now, when you do a JV with someone, your name is going to be associated with them for a very long time to come. And that's why you'll want to do your due diligence on a potential partner before you approach them. All you have to do is search for their name, business name, and product names in Google. Now, if you see any red flags, such as bad customer service or not paying affiliates, cross them off your list and move on to someone more reputable. Number 4. How to get more partners saying yes. The number one key to getting lots of joint venture partners is to build relationships first before you ever even think of proposing a JV. At the very least, you want people to recognize your name when it crosses their desk. Now, here are ways to get that recognition and start building relationships. You can become an affiliate and make a lot of sales and money for the potential partner. Contribute thoughtfully on the person's various platforms, for example, social media, groups, and blogs. You can also visit the person at offline events like expos, ad conferences. Now, volunteer to help with anything if the person requests it. And you can create viral content which builds recognition. And start a private dialogue with potential partners. Or you can retweet or share the person's content. Blog about the person and tag them on social media when you do so. You can also do JVs with other big names in the niche, which will get others to take notice of you. Build popular platforms in your niche, again, so people take notice of you. Be really good at what you do in your niche, and people will start flocking to you. Next, number 5, using the foot in the door technique. Now, even if you get name recognition or build a relationship first, your potential JV partner is still going to be cautious. That's why you'll want to use the foot in the door technique. This is where you request a small, easy JV first. Now, once that's completed successfully, then you can ask for a larger one. For example, you can have a potential partner to submit a single tip for you to compile into a tips report, which will take them 5 minutes. Then later, you can ask to co-host a webinar with them. Number 6, the cold ask template. Sometimes you need to approach cold partners or those with only a passing recognition of your name. Use this email template as a starting point for approaching these partners, like subject line, an invitation to get some benefit. Hi, you include the name. It's your name. Hear from your business name / blog name, etc. And I'm writing to invite you to partner with you in some JV that will make us both a lot of money. Now let me explain. You can explain briefly what the JV is. For example, you can swap blog content or do a co-endorsement, etc. And say, I think I've created an irresistible deal that's going to be easy for you to say yes. So here's why. And you can create a bulleted list of benefits of what the partner gets if they work with you. Say, for example, you'll get 75% commissions, or you'll get access to my 35,888 member mailing list. Now, the bottom line is that this is a great way for you to get some main benefit, and you only need to invest some small amount of time in order to reap these benefits. So let's set something up. Hit reply now to do whatever it is that you want them to do. For example, you can get your affiliate link, tell me what topic you'd like to write about, tell me when you'd like to do an interview, etc. So you say, I look forward to hearing from you, and you put your name and postscript. If you prefer phone to emails, feel free to call me at, provide your number. Next, how to create a JV your partners will love. Now, no matter what sort of JV you're doing, the key is to create one that's mutually and equally beneficial to both you and your partner. Or, better yet, stack the deck in your partner's favor, especially if you're partnering with someone who has more assets than you. In essence, you do most of the work and let your partner reap most of the rewards. Number 8, how to create a successful venture for everyone. Now, while this particular joint venture may be the most important thing you have going on right now, it's not your partner's top priority. That's why part of creating a successful venture is to keep your partners motivated and remind them of what steps they need to take next. In other words, you need to manage a partnership and keep everyone moving forward. For example, if the JV is going to take a month to complete, you may touch base weekly at first, and then several times per week in the last 2 weeks of the project. Number 9, what to do with your best partners. Now, when you're doing JVs, think long term. Specifically, you'll want to create semi-permanent ventures with your best partners. For example, you might put a semi-permanent link on your newsletter confirmation page that advertises your partner's newsletter, and they may do the same for you. Another example, you might co-endorse each other inside your respective lead magnets. Number 10, what to do when someone says no. You're going to get far more no responses than yes responses. Now, when someone says no, be polite and thank them for their time. Then, work on building a relationship with them so that in the future you can propose another joint venture. Number 11, the trick for building relationships offline. Now, one of the best places to build relationships is face-to-face at offline conferences, expos, trade shows, and similar. Now, here's the key. Get to know a prospective partner rather than proposing a joint venture. For example, if they just came back from vacation in Maui, ask them about it. And when they get home, they'll remember you, the person who talked about something that personally interests them. And they'll forget about the dozens of others who just wanted to talk shop and propose JVs. Number 12. The 2 keys to avoiding misunderstandings. One key to a smooth JV is to avoid misunderstandings that can derail your project. Now, here are the 2 things you need to do to avoid these misunderstandings. Create a written agreement. This should outline exactly what each of you contributes to the venture and what benefits you'll both get in return. Set expectations up front. For example, let the partner know what your work process is like, how often you'll communicate with them, and what you expect of them, etc. Next, do your homework. Now, before you approach a potential partner, do your homework first. Research them online, read their blog, look at their products, and browse their social media pages. The more you know about someone before you approach them, the easier it will be for you to do 2 things. Send messages to them that really resonate with them, and create JVs that are in their wheelhouse. For example, if you notice that a person does a lot of webinars, then you might propose that you do a webinar together. Number 14, capitalize on success. Now, you've just completed a successful joint venture with 1 or more partners. Now what? Here are your next steps. Be sure this JV is truly done. For example, if you need to pay commissions or uphold any other part of the bargain, do it now. And send a sincere thank you. For a nice touch, you might send a handwritten thank you via the post mail. And capitalize on your success. Start thinking about the next JV you can do with this partner and plant a seed while they're still enjoying the benefits of the current JV. Next, taking your proposals offline. Now, don't limit yourself to doing joint ventures with online marketers, authors, coaches, and business owners. Be sure to look offline too at your local business owners. For example, if you're in a dog-related niche, then you might think about JVs you can do with veterinarians, groomers, boarders, trainers, doggy daycares, pet supplies businesses. Which brings us to the next point. 3 ideas for offline JVs. Now, what sort of joint ventures can you do with offline business owners and other people? Check out these ideas. Swap bags for a flyer. You buy shopping bags for the partner, and in exchange, they insert your flyer into a shopping bag for each of their customers. They get free bags, and you get to generate leads. Win-win. You can also do a talk or demo in their store. For example, you can do a free dog training demonstration at a pet supply store. You get to generate leads, and the store owner gets a surge of foot traffic that day. That's also a win-win situation. Create an event together, such as a workshop. You can rent a hotel conference room for a few hours and put on a paid workshop with your partner or partners. For example, in the dog training niche, you might put on a workshop to talk dog training with a dog trainer, a veterinarian behaviorist, and a doggy daycare owner. Next, ask for introductions. Want a quick way to build trust with a new potential partner? Then ask a mutual acquaintance to introduce you. A potential partner is going to be much more open to your offer if their trusted friend introduces you, or better yet, if that friend actually endorses or recommends you. In conclusion, a single joint venture can easily bring you thousands of dollars and even more as time goes by. That's why you'll want to seek out potential JV partners, build relationships, and start doing mutually beneficial JVs as soon as possible.